Every few months or so, we lure design consultant Rupert Grant out of the To Die For design store in Gastown we know as Inform Interiors. He is here to inform us today about great designers and their work, per usual. Today, he is in an inside-outside frame of mind, and it is my pleasure to welcome Rupert Grant back to Studio 4 to show and tell us more. And the gnome. Dare I leave the gnome out?
Well, I wasn't going to bring anything with me, but normally I bring a lot of bits and pieces, but I was just on the way out the door and I went, I got to bring something tangible, rather than just images, which I've got images, of course.
We need a picture of the gnome. There he is.
This is something, I think the idea here, we're talking about things that can go indoors and out and then back indoors again, you know, rather than just necessarily storing outdoor pieces.
I understand, but isn't it against the law to have a gnome in the garden?
Is it?
I don't know.
Well, it's like, I don't think so.
Not if it's designed by Philippe Starck.
It is Philippe Starck. But this was actually a tamed gnome, because the original ones that he designed for the company Cartel, they're roughly $450.
Right.
They were usually all in their colored regalia, and they're a little more that kind of creepy gnome. This one's kind of like a modern, golden glaze.
He's sophisticated and glazed and all of that. But design is your thing. So tell me about some contemporary, fabulous outside designers.
Well, there's some, right now I'm interested in the Cassina right now. It's sort of come out with the Le Corbusier pieces, which have been around for forever and ever. You see them in lobbies of buildings. People have them in their house. The Corb cubes.
Yes, we have some in the lobby here at the Shaw Tower, I think. Yeah, the black leather?
I think so.
I think so. Look on your way out.
I will look on the way out. But anyways, here's a picture in the snow here, which is, okay, a little absurd, but we're really sort of saying these pieces are built with like Sunbrella fabric. It's polished stainless. So it's highly polished stainless that can stay outdoors.
All year?
All year, actually. Actually, there's covers for them. Each piece is sold with a cover. You don't have a cover as a separate piece. You actually comes with a cover, so you can keep it, you know, neat and tidy, free of birdie dew.
Right. I got it. Well, and so the deck doesn't look so tacky in the winter, you know, with leaves and all of that.
But this piece can come back indoors again too. So don't think of this, oh, that's an outdoor piece. It can actually, like, say maybe this isn't in your living room, but maybe this is in the kids' playroom or in downstairs a family room. This piece is like a perfectly good indoor piece at the same time.
Like if you're on a budget, why not?
Well, it's not necessarily priced that.
I understand, but if you could use it inside, outside, and you just say,
if you know Cassina, and the quality of Cassina, they're priced about the same as the regular indoor leather pieces.
Oh, they are.
So it's outdoor.
It's a major.
Yeah, well, outdoor furniture in general is actually, there's actually a lot of technology that has to go into outdoor furniture these days.
Sure. So Tokyo Outdoor, is there something called Tokyo Outdoor?
Tokyo this is by Charlotte Perriand, which designed a lot of these original pieces alongside Corbusier back in the 1920s. Got all that in there.
Now I'm confused. But Le Corbusier was who originally? Charles Edward Jeanneret or something?
Okay. I don't know how he got the name Le Corbusier, but I mean he is like an architect, really. He is, I guess, what would he be known for is being in history taking concrete building and making it into a moldable sculptural thing. I mean, he took his buildings.
I have the infamous lounge chair. It's called Le Corbusier.
That's an LC4. That's an LC4. That's part of this collection, but they didn't do an outdoor version of that one.
Okay, so what have they done?
They've got this the Charlotte Perriand one, which was done a little later in the 40s, which is an all wood one, which is in. The one you would do is the teak wood one. I think the picture they show it as a beechwood one, which you wouldn't use outdoors. You'd use
like this one.
Yeah, I think that's beech, but you'd use the teak version.
Right, but it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. There's a pad for it as well. I think you'd probably buy it with a Sunbrella pad, and it's got a little bolster.
Okay, and moving on to the aluminum group by Eames.
Yes. Okay, so the aluminum group Eames was originally designed for J. Irwin. Was it J. Irwin?
I don't know, some mogul.
Miller. J. Irwin Miller.
Oh, Henry. Not Henry Miller.
No,
he's the author.
Well, no. You're thinking Herman Miller, but no, not associated. He was an industrialist. His home is in Columbus. Indiana. Columbus, Indiana.
Not Ohio.
Yeah, I think it's Columbus.
Columbus, Indiana.
Is there a Columbus, Indiana?
I don't know. There's a Columbus, Ohio.
It's definitely
it's
definitely Indiana. But but I'm not sure if I got all my names and things right. Anyways, Eames Furniture was designed for his house. Now his house was a gorgeous house. I mean, he's obviously an extremely wealthy person.
Right.
He had Eero Saarinen design the house. So Eero Saarinen, you know those little tulip tables with the marble. You have one on the set.
I have one on the set.
That's Eero Saarinen. So he designed the house. Alexander Girard was hired to do the interior. So you get this very colorful interior. When you think Girard, you think about orange and pink being put together.
Okay, what are we looking at here? The green.
This is the aluminum group indoors. So here we are seeing it in green leather indoors. But now you can also, so when you see the outdoor versions, they're about the same. And but the collection was designed for
so there's
outdoor use. This is what it was originally designed for. But it was actually kind of a catastrophe. No, a catastrophic is putting it a little bit strong in its day.
Right, hurricane.
Well, it just didn't, the fabrics weren't developed, the right fabrics for the pieces at that time. So Herman Miller took it indoors, it became office furniture, and it's been that way ever since until now.
Okay, and Richard Schultz, iconic.
Iconic. Richard Schultz is just MoMA. Think the MoMA, think...
The Modern Art Museum in New York?
Yes. And think
Museum of Modern Art in New York.
Yeah, Richard Schultz used to work for Knoll, and it's funny. It's always been produced by Richard Schultz, the company, but now it's back. It's being represented by Knoll again.
Okay,
so it's kind of
this
come back.
Is Richard Schultz with the trendy bird on the table. I have one of those.
Yes.
Thanks to you.
But Richard Schultz is just unbelievably beautiful. We're talking about molded aluminum again, but then it's powder coated. It's been around since the 1966 collection.
And that lasts forever, doesn't it?
It lasts forever.
Richard Schultz.
It can be seaside. It's stunning. It is. It's
Classic.
Comfortable.
Classic.
I think the reason it was designed for Florence Knoll's house in Florida.
Of course it was.
And I think that's why. I think she had something to do with it. Because if you know, her furniture was very rigid, and if you've seen his other furniture, his is a bit more sculptural. I think there's some play there.
If you buy this, you don't have to throw it out the next summer, is the point, because it is pricey.
It is priced where it should be.
Okay, thank you. That's why you're a design consultant. I know, it's 1,000 plus.
It's I would say no. Well, a lounge chair is about $1,700 for a lounge chair.
Okay.
Which is, and when you're talking about a chaise lounge is, I guess it is a pricey one. The chaise lounge adjustable is about $3,800.
Because some of us sit on the plastic furniture, you know.
Yes. Well.
Well, not me. I bought. Well, I shouldn't say. I don't know what is mine. You know those chairs that they're all different. They put 3 designers together.
Oh yes, you have the. It's called the master's chair.
Yeah, I love those.
And it's because it's a combination of the Eames chair, of Arnie Jacobsen's chair, and I think it's designed by Philip Stark. So he just sort of took all the.
Who designed the gnome?
He designed the gnome.
Okay, so B&B Italia, we have a minute.
We have 1 minute.
Time to go there?
Chitaria.
The sofa.
Yes, Charles sofa by B&B Italia has always been their best-selling sectional.
But that's inside.
That's inside, and it's. I've been selling it for as long as it's been out, since the late 90s.
Right.
I think it's incredibly comfortable. It's a lovely piece. It's recently, in the last year and a half, I think about a year and a half ago, they introduced the outdoor version. So this is really its second summer, really. And the outdoor version is amazing.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's stunning, and it really works well, because B&B does their homework, and when they do something, it's incredibly thought.
Slim frames and
just elegant, comfortable.
And if it rains on it, it's okay.
Yes, it rains. And what you'd probably do with it, you'd still cover it, though. You'd still cover it, because, especially if you're doing the white cushions, you want to sort of keep it free of debris.
I get that.
Yeah, because you're only out there maybe here and there in the rain, right?
Of course.
Between the rain.
And between gin and tonics, usually.
One or two.
Lovely to see you. Thank you.
That was a lot of info.
That was. Rupert Grant from Inform Interiors. He's a design consultant, a sales associate. And remember, you can catch all of our conversations on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at Fanny Kiefer. We also want to announce a change in our format. At the end of May, Studio 4 will wind down, but I'm not going anywhere. I will be hosting a brand new show beginning in mid-June, I hope in one of your chairs, calling...
Absolutely.
Calling Inform. And we will still feature great guests and compelling conversations you've come to know in this program. We'll have more information on that in the coming weeks. And tomorrow, as we end Studio 4 after 12 years, one of our first and favorite doctors, Art Hister, returns to chat about how to live a longer, healthier, and happier life. And Jeff Rubin, former chief economist at CIBC World Markets, talks with us about the end of growth, why your world is about to get a whole lot smaller, and one of Canada's best storytellers ever, Ivan E. Coyote, tells us more happy, sad, and compelling stories which are wrapped in her newest work, One in Every Crowd. Thanks for watching Studio 4. Lots more on Shaw TV, only on Shaw TV.